and this is 4 for 4. 4 headlines and 4 opinions in just 4 minutes. Max from Dancing with the Stars and Mario Lopez are laughing about their underage sexual escapades. Carly, would a female star be able to do this?
No. As a matter of fact, if a female star said that they were 16 when they lost their virginity to a 30-year-old man, I could see that female celebrity losing work, losing the public's respect. And, you know, Max from Dancing with the Stars said this in an interview, and it was a footnote in the interview when it was joked about and laughed about. And then they moved on. So there is a clear double standard here.
I agree that there's a double standard. I think it would get more concern from the public and just be, because it's disturbing when you hear it, and then it was disturbing to see it joked about in such a light-hearted way.
Right? Yeah, and where I read about it was in usweekly.com, and at the bottom of the article on it, they had a little kicker that said, "Who do you think the 30-year-old supermodel was who took Max's virginity?"
So that goes back to the woman.
Yeah, it's totally.
And, you know, it's statutory rape, you know?
Right.
Depending on where it happened, it could have been.
It could have been, but my question is, why are we talking about this? I know celebrities like to bring up things in order for people like us to be talking about it, but this is TMI. I don't want to know when you lost your virginity, okay? Speaking of double standards, Jennifer Lopez says the term cougar is sexist. Ashley, does she have a point?
She absolutely has a point. When there's a woman like Jennifer Lopez, you know, in her 40s, and she actually had one boyfriend who was in his 20s.
Casper Smart.
And that, yeah, there you go. And now, you know, she has this label cougar. But when there is a man dating a younger woman, Hollywood or just outside of Hollywood, nobody says anything. They're not labeled something. We don't have to call him something.
Right. How old is Chris Martin, let's say?
40s?
40s. How old is Jennifer Lawrence?
In her 20s.
So what is Chris Martin?
Rock star.
He's a rock star.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Except he is robbing that cradle.
Yeah, well,
you know.
see, well,
Allegedly. There is that. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yes, I do. I agree. There is a little bit of a negative connotation to the whole cougar title, but let's look at the silver lining here, because I think there is one. If you're a cougar, that just means that, you know, you keep yourself in shape and you're beautiful and every man thinks you're attractive. So, I mean, I would want to be considered a cougar when I'm 45.
And one day you will be.
But
A cougar denotes a predator, and I'm sorry, but Jennifer Lopez is so beautiful, talented, and successful. She does not need to prey on any man of any age because they flock to her. Seth Rogen and Michael Moore were both attacked for tweets about American Sniper. Then they tried to walk back on their comments. Chris, did the press jump too soon?
These guys jumped onto their Twitter accounts too soon. They weren't thinking. They're used to preaching to the choir, the millions of people who follow them. What they didn't know was that there would be this tide of public opinion against them, and they're totally not used to it.
Right. Yeah, and the timing was just right for this kind of a response because the American people had just gone out and seen this film. It broke box office records, banking over $105 million at the box office. So people had just gone out and seen this story about a real person, about a military family, and then they see these two tweets. Of course there's going to be a quick response. So from the press or the public, nobody responded too quickly. They responded right on time.
Exactly.
Right.
The press didn't jump too soon because the only reason why Michael Moore and Seth Rogen backtracked at all is because the press picked up on the story and they were getting a lot of negative attention. And, you know, if you were going to sit upstairs in your penthouse in Beverly Hills and tweet something negative about the American military, you deserve all the criticism you get. So I'm proud that the media picked up on this story.
You're a proud patriot. I like
Absolutely.
that. And also, Seth Rogen had an opportunity to be the poster child for patriotism, and with this, he just went down a couple notches. Now, who just went up in our book, possibly, is Kim Kardashian with her selfie coffee table book, Selfish, that now has a cover. Carly, have you pre-ordered your copy?
You know, I wouldn't mind having this book in my home.
That's a yes. Amazon.com has one pre-order.
Okay, fine, I pre-ordered it. It makes for great party conversation, and also, you know, this is just par for the course for her. She also has really great makeup tips, so ladies out there, you know, you gotta look at those selfies out and every now and then to freshen up your look.
From makeup artists that told her how to do it, but still. You know,
yes. Well, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and when I saw the cover of this book, I thought of one. Stop! Enough! I mean,
that was really the word that came to your mind.
No.
We have seen every photo, every angle, everything. Also, I'm wondering, since you wanted to break the internet with all her pictures and its selfies, how is this going to work as a book? Are people really going to buy
that's
this
who the big winners
book?
is the publisher who thought of this, Rizzoli, because they just packed a book with 500 pictures that are already out there, so that cost them nothing to make, and they're going to make bank.
Well, I know what I'm doing after work today. I'm working on my trout pout. Page 1, page 2.
Girl, you got it down.
Hey, thanks. That's what we think. Tell us what you think on Twitter at Fox411.